Hey gang, thanks for stopping by and checking out another one of my videos. I received a box today from my favorite company, Teenage Engineering. So this includes all of the new accessories, and I just wanted to take a minute to kind of go over these and talk a little bit about each one and just take a look at them a little bit more in depth than the information that's available online right now. So let's open this up and take a look and see what we've got. Alright, so let's take a look here and see what we've got. Oh, yes. Okay, so we have the strap kit. I chose the green bag. So again, strap kit. Brick shaft. So display protection. There we go. Antenna. Crank. My son is going to lose his mind with this one. Crank. And then also bender. Now onto the bag. I did get the accessory wallet. So you've seen pictures of this like this on the web, but what I didn't see any pictures of till looking at this right now is the back. And there is how a Unit 1 portable system connects with these straps and buttons. So we'll check that out here in a minute. And then the Big Daddy Unit Portables OP-1 carrying case. Got our zipper pouch here. Take a look for accessories. It's not lined or anything, but it feels like a good thick quality of material. You can see that that's attached on the back with the snaps to these straps that run across the bag. And the accessory pouch looks to go right here on the bottom. So let's just take a look at that. Easy enough. Feed this through. Snappy, strappy. And we're good to go. So accessory pouch, obviously the same quality and fabric. One thing I don't know if you can see with the light is there is a nice quality label, Unit Portables label inside. Not that that makes much of a difference to you technically, but it's a nice touch. And so let's take a look at the actual bag inside. It's unzipped already. And what you see is you've got your foam. Pretty sturdy foam actually. When they said memory foam, I thought pillow, like my pillow upstairs, but this is a lot more sturdy than just plain old memory foam. And let's take a look if we put the OP inside. It fits in there very nicely with the borders, of course, and zips right up. I will say, for this being a soft bag, it feels pretty sturdy. Now, it's not something I'd want to drop an OP-1 because I've got it in this bag or anything, but I will tell you that it does feel like I could sling this over my shoulder and take my OP-1. Now you can hear me hitting encoder. So the encoders are definitely not too far under the surface, it seems. But definitely feels like a nice layer of protection over the top of them, which is obviously a bit more than I had with the sock I was putting my OP-1 in and carrying it around. Okay, so let's get into these accessories and take a look at what we've got going. So I'm going to put all this other stuff aside for the moment, and we'll start with the strap. So here's the strap loop, very nice quality. Cotton, not poly, but cotton. Feels soft actually, so probably comfortable over the shoulder. And so looking at how we could put this on the back of the bag, I kind of like being able to put it straight on the top of the two straps. So I don't know, something like this. Yeah. So you put it over your shoulder, and so now the bag is like this, and you can hang it over your shoulder, straight down, fits nicely behind this way. Actually could probably ride around town on a bike with this behind you and not even really ever notice it's there. So with the way the straps are on the back of the bag, you could put the strap any which way that you wanted to on the back, which is a nice bit of flexibility. And if you have a Unit 1 portable case of any other type, or maybe this will inspire you to pick one up, you can attach this to the other Unit portable cases you have, because they all share the same clasp system. And you know, honestly, seeing the quality of this bag makes me quite a bit more likely to want to get another Unit Portables bag, maybe for my MacBook or something. So let's just set the OP aside for a second and look at what else is here with the strap kit. This packet, which actually is tissue paper, and oh, yep. Okay, so here are the strap loops, and as you can see there, the strap loops have a little gasket, little rubber gasket that they've applied that wasn't a part of what the images that came out at the demo, and we can check those out for the back of the OP-1. But here's the little cool things I was hoping were in here, and these are little teeny kind of plugs that you can put in the holes in the bottom of the OP-1. They just say M6 on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that pretty clearly right there. But you can just put those right in the bottom of the OP-1 if you want to plug up those holes there. And you know, I'm not quite sure how long they'll stay based on the plastic, but they seem to be designed like everything else, so I have high hopes. Okay, so putting that stuff aside for the moment, let's take a look at this. So it's OP-1 accessories. It's getting started assembly, select feature, crank, bender, brick shaft, FM antenna, strap kit loop, M6 covers. It says, use the M6 covers to protect the M6 holes when no strap loop is used. Warning, don't screw loops too tight. Well, I don't have any Legos. So let's just take a look at the brick shaft and see how that looks right off the bat. Same paper, and here are the 4 brick shafts. So it looks like these just seat on top of the knobs on the OP with a little bit of pressure. So green on green. Oh, yeah, it just seems to sit on there, and there actually is a bit of a line inside there that causes some tension for it to seat on the top. You can really get it down there on the knob and have it stick, so that's actually nice. But here's one thing I noticed right off the bat, is it will come off with the knob. So when you remove that, you need to place a finger on the knob to keep the original knob on top of the unit. Well, this is cool. My Legos haven't arrived in the mail yet, but I do want to try the big wheel for turning the function on the top. Let's take a look at the display protection. I actually have, from the beginning, had a display protection on my OP-1, and I just cut, like, you could see the rough edges. I mean, it's pretty hokey, but it's worked very well for me. An iPhone protector, and you know, again, it's got rough edges and it's jagged, and you know, bottom line, it works, but it will be nice to have something specifically designed for the OP-1. Okay, so this is it. It looks like a little yellow film, and I'm sure it's clear on the inside. It's probably just the protective film to indicate there's protective film. But let's take a look. It says, start here. This tab removes the plastic backing, mount protection with this side down. And then flip it over, this tab removes the top cover, remove when protection is fitted. Done. Awesome. So it feels actually very thick, which is nice because that'll give it a bit more of protection against bumps and things that may corner into it, I would hope. Okay, so let's take a look at the antenna. This is kind of neat because for me personally, if you look back on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I made a video of a homemade antenna a long time ago, where I just went by a local surplus store and bought the metal piece and soldered it onto a jack that I also bought there. And this is nice. No branding on it for the Teenage Engineering logo or anything, but it does feel very sturdy, very sturdily built. Nothing that's gonna bend there. Let's see if simple enough. So if I plug that in the side into the record jack, how sturdy is that? This feels pretty nice. You can turn that up and down, get some additional reception on the OP-1. That's pretty cool. So pouch is working for me already. Great. Okay, so bender. What do we have with the bender? Well, same design drawing. Let's just take a look here at the actual bender, bender itself. Pardon my grimy fingernails. I've been doing a lot of work around my house. When you're painting, having nails kind of helps out. So this is actually very sturdy. I thought this would be a bit more flexible, and I can't even really bend it, and I don't want to try too hard for risk of hurting something, but let's just put this on the old orange knob. Huh, very cool. And let's turn on the OP. It does come with 2 rubber bands, and these are just plain rubber bands here. So just like they showed in their video, analog style, as Jesper says. Oh, there's the bender. I think I might actually prefer it a little bit looser here, but it doesn't always come back to 0 that way. Okay. Well, the response is interesting. It's going to take a bit of getting used to, honestly. But it does do the job. We can change the assignment. You can increase the volume, that's nice. One thing about bend is it will automatically return to 0. You can see it on the screen and hear it. Let's just take a look at using the bender without the bender knob. And you can see that it does still return. It's very hard to control a small amount of bend. To get it to bend one direction is okay, but to get it to center back to 0 is the part that's difficult, and that's the part that the rubber band certainly is going to help out with. So now let's take a look at the strap loops for the bottom of the OP-1. So obviously you can take the M6 strap loop and get it going right into the M6 hole. And the thread is actually pretty easy to get in there, and this O-ring that they've added really makes it to where you can tighten this thing down pretty nicely and not have to worry about it wiggling too much. Okay, so if I turn them both sideways like this, I can actually keep my OP-1 tilted on the desk. But if I do put pressure on the top, it will wiggle a bit. But purely for playing back and slides a little bit on my wood table here, but that's not a problem. I'm used to that with the pretty cool. So let me untighten these guys, and they come out easy, so you don't have to worry about stripping these out. It didn't eat the thread, and there's really nothing going on there that's going to cause any sort of long-term heartache with that. And they're quite a bit more sturdy than I thought looking at them online. Stop that. This is the last thing to check out here, the crank. And frankly, this is the one I'm the most excited about. One of the main reasons is because with the sequencer, my son really likes endless. He's 2 years old and he's fascinated with numbers. And when you play a sequence with endless, when you get a sequence going with endless, you can obviously see that the numbers change, and he just completely goes crazy with it. Okay, so we've got the crank here. It's so tiny and cute. Oh, break my heart. And then obviously the 4 other colors that you can just pop this top right off and pull it off and put one of the other ones on. So I am going to primarily use this for the tape speed, so I'll leave the blue one on there, and we can put this on the knob just like this. Change the speed right now. When you just turn the crank right off the bat, you can see that you're just changing the time division of the sequence. But if you hold down Shift and turn this a little bit, you can see the bender symbol in the upper corner. And what that signifies obviously is that you're in bender mode in the sequencer. And then now, when you turn the bender, when you let go, it's like a music box. Oh man, yeah, my son's gonna lose it. And so one of the actual features other than having my son use that is you can use it when you're recording tape and you're playing tape back and you're recording stuff in. Like I've got a sequence here. You can adjust the tape speed, slow it down, speed it up. So if you hold a chord in while you're, let's just go to a quick section here and set something up. Let's do a little something a bit more traditional. So I'm going to hold record and start the recording by holding the chord down and then warble the sound with the blue crank. Pretty cool. So simply with that, just that bendy cord, I wouldn't do that normally. So the crank really makes that happen. And let's just say if we were to go and add, let's do something else now. So I'll start recording with this note, and then we'll change the pitch with the crank. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the quite lengthy, at this point, review of the accessories available for the OP-1 as a result of their recent accessory event. We won't get into the OS because I have covered the Nitro effect, which has changed the whole landscape of the OP-1 for me, as I mentioned in that video. But it's pretty cool to have these accessories to include and to play with here as I have fun creatively with my OP-1. So I'm pretty excited about you know, just other different ways to think about using the OP-1, because again, it's different to begin with. It is not a laptop, and so many people want it to be so many things, but it's really good at being what it is, and that's what I enjoy about it. And I don't want it to become Logic. I don't want it to become my MacBook Pro. I like it for being portable, for being easy. It's not meant to replace other things, and people can't seem to get past that. It's meant to be really good at what it does, and it hits it spot on. And the improvements that Teenage Engineering continues to make really make me anxious about what comes next. And I benefit from the things that they continue to add as a producer, and just as someone curious about gear, because again, this is all about inspirational thought process, convenience, portability. It's not meant to be a DAW. It's not meant to be an MPC. It's not meant to be Pro Tools. It's not meant to be a high quality, you know, classic analog synthesizer. It's very good at being what it is, which is a funky, cool thing to work on that really makes me want to go make some music. Speaking of that, I'm going to run. Catch you next time. Thanks for stopping by and checking out another one of my videos.